Raoul Wallenberg saved 100,000 Jewish lives. Borough Park enjoys the largest population of survivors and their families. It's already close to 70 years after the war. My grandfather himself was saved by Wallenberg. He was in the Schutzhase, as it was called. So to name Wallenberg Way in Borough Park, it's a no-brainer.
We dedicated certain parts of the bank of the Dangoor River to people who saved lives during the Holocaust. To Wallenberg, to Karlaska, to Karlutz, to Salkaházi Sára, who was a Hungarian, also János Eszterházy, also saved lives. So this has been a big year for us, and also in terms of remembering Wallenberg and what happened in during the Second World War.
You know, David Greenfield was able to do this in the city of New York, and we should be honoring someone, you know, that helped the Holocaust people, and we're very proud Borough Park was picked for this.
You know, for a non-Jew to risk his life to save Jews, that is a righteous person, someone that should be recognized by the world for his righteousness. And it's only a small token to rename the heart of the Orthodox Jewish community. A lot of Holocaust survivors in this immediate area. It's almost like per capita, I think. Borough Park probably has more Holocaust survivors than other locations, so I certainly think it's appropriate that a main street in the middle of Borough Park is renamed for Raoul Wallenberg.
When you're honoring Raoul Wallenberg, we are very proud as a country of having him in our legacy, and I want you to know that the year 2012 was crowned in Sweden as the year of Raoul Wallenberg, where the Swedish government has spread the message about his deed around the world.
100 years from now, we have to make sure that Raoul Wallenberg's name is not only a street, but it's something that means and tells something to us.
And this street naming is important, not just to honor this great man, not just to remind us of his example. This is a very important commemoration. Raoul Wallenberg is certainly one of the great heroes of our time. And we need to never forget his incredible courage, his incredible inspiration in the face of the worst unfolding of tragedy. He certainly is a man for all the ages. And here in Brooklyn, here in Borough Park, where we have the largest concentration of Holocaust survivors, how appropriate it is that we keep strong the name of Raoul Wallenberg.
Who the true world heroes are. They're not sports figures, and they're not entertainers, they're not actors and actresses. They are men and women that give of themselves, put their own life in the line to ensure democracy, freedom, and equality, to stand up for injustice. The Nazi murderous Nazis who attempted to kill us all, who attempted and took away more than 6 million of us, the most dastardly deed ever done to humankind. Let this corner stand as a testimony for this day forward, that goodness will always prevail over evil, always, and that the true heroes of this world are men like Raoul Wallenberg.
This is such a great moment that here in Brooklyn, in the middle of still so many Holocaust survivors, we make that statement that we will never forget. Not just the inhumanity, but we will never forget those who stand up and do what is right and realize that we are all connected. So again, Councilman, thank you so much for bringing us together. On a rainy day, the sun is shining no matter what, because this is a great moment for our city. Thank you.
We still face forces of evil, whether they be present in Israel or in New York or anywhere. There are forces that seek to destroy. So this street renaming is a sign and a light, and it's very appropriate it be during this period of Hanukkah. It is a light to the world of hope and of determination to make sure that good survives. And I want to thank Councilman Greenfield and Councilman Lander for bringing us this great opportunity. We will never forget.
And believe me, it's no easy task to get a street renamed, and there's a whole long process you have to go through. And when young children come by this corner and ask their parents who was Raoul Wallenberg, the parents will be able to tell them that this was a hero, this was someone that saved Jews, even though he was not Jewish, someone who is a real hero for all eternity.
I do think it's pretty interesting that it's not called avenue or road, it's called way. I guess that's because every time somebody is going to pass and look up at the sign, people, especially like me, the younger generation who doesn't know so much and remember about the war, will look up and say, Raoul Wallenberg Way, that is the way you should live your life.
I really need and want to thank our two councilmen, David Greenfield and Brad Lander, for accomplishing something which was really impossible. We are here today because these two councilmen were successful in the City Council to co-name 13th Avenue the Raoul Wallenberg Way. And not just one block of 13th Avenue, but 13th Avenue from 36th Street all the way to 60th Street. That's 24 blocks, is going to be co-named the Raoul Wallenberg Way. In addition to the co-naming of 13th Avenue, and through the hard work of my friend Ezra Friedlander, of the Friedlander Group, we, the Raoul Wallenberg Centennial Celebration Commission, were able to secure the Congressional Gold Medal for Raoul Wallenberg a few months ago by meeting, educating, and convincing more than 2/3 of the Congress. We got 377 congressmen to vote for it, and more than 2/3 of the Senate. We have 71 senators who voted for it, with nobody voting against it. And they voted for this bill, which was signed into law by President Obama just in time for Raoul Wallenberg's 100th birthday. Thank you, Ezra. We could not have done it without you. I hope and pray that with this co-naming of 13th Avenue, our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren will see the street signs, ask questions, and learn about Raoul Wallenberg, and remember this legendary hero for many generations to come. Thank you.
He's so excited.
Well done. Thank you very much. Raoul Wallenberg Way on 13th Avenue. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for Councilman David Greenfield, who took the initiative for passing the entire, for ensuring that 13th Avenue will now be known as Raoul Wallenberg Way. Thank you, Mr. Peter Ravenwurzel, Jonathan, Charles Freeman, ambassadors. Thank you very, very much.